What's going on, guys? It's Cameron. I'm one of the founders of Offer Status One. We've had a ton of people ask us to make some videos addressing beginner to intermediate level dropshipping questions. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna drop a series of videos answering your guys' questions and addressing some of the stuff that we struggled with early on that had we had the information at our fingertips, probably would have saved us a ton of money. Now, we don't wanna make videos just for the sake of making videos and getting likes and followers and views. We wanna provide value, right? So if you guys have questions that you need answered or you're struggling with a particular part of your e-commerce business, head over to our Facebook group, join the group, drop your questions there. Me and both of my business partners are super active. Our community is active and able to help you. You can also drop comments below, ask any questions you have. I'll do my best to follow up and go through them and answer whatever I can. We just wanna make sure that y'all have the tools to make money. There's so much money in this industry, a ton of money. There's no reason that everybody that wants to get involved in this industry can't eat. As long as you have hustle, grit, you're willing to work, and you have the financial backing to do it, you're gonna crush it. So you're probably wondering, who the hell's Offer Status One? Who's this idiot? And that's a great question. What I can tell you is Offer Status One consists of me and my two business partners who are people that actually make money in this space in 2019. We've never made a single dollar from selling a course, from YouTube videos, from WhatsApp groups, none of it. We actually make money in e-commerce, drop shipping items from China. So to everybody out there that's wondering, is drop shipping dead? No, you just gotta know what you're doing. But Cam, how do we know that you actually make money online? I'm so glad you asked. I know you guys love the stats. Let's jump into the computer. I'll show you our stats from some of the stores that we're currently running, and you can make the judgment call yourself. All right, guys, so we're in the computer. This is where the magic happens. I'm actually filming this next day because Shopify's backend was down yesterday when I tried to film this. But here's what we're looking at. So this is not our first store, but our first really successful store, and it's a general store. I know people always ask me, hey Cam, should I do a general store? Should I do a one product store? Should I do a niche store? My opinion and what I think is when you're just getting started, do a general store. You don't want to launch a new store every time you want to test a product. It just doesn't make any sense. I know that a lot of people say oh, they don't convert as well. All I'm saying is that we ran up one product on this store and we tried to make a one product store with it, didn't do nearly as well. We already had the momentum with Facebook ads. Our ads were already somewhat optimized on the product. And as you can see, we killed it. From August 1st till today, October 16th, we did 245,000. You can see the drop off here. It's because we recently toned down the spend on this one product because of our other store, but we're also testing new products. So just to show you, we can pick a random day, $7,487, October 2nd. I'll go back, 4,500 on September 18th. You're probably thinking, oh, your conversion rate is super low, 0.9%. As a whole, I think it's 0.3. That's because Zipify doesn't, we use Zipify one-click upsell, and it doesn't trigger Shopify's checkout. It triggers its own separate checkout so that you can recharge the customer after for upsells. So that's why it says Zipify one-click upsell, $3,859, online store, $659. So for whatever reason, those were either different products or it just didn't trigger. But that's why our conversion rate is so low. It's not actually that low, but that's what Shopify says. So that's store one. Again, launched this product on July 28th, and we've run it till the 16th, $248,382.95. So that's off a general store. 20-30% profit margins. Again, we're more optimized for back-end profits than front-end. So I'm gonna take you into the other store now. This is our baby. So we launched this store September 2nd. This was a one product store, now it's a niche store where we sell a couple different products and have ads running on all of them. So September 2nd, You can see $0. I think we started running ads on the 3rd to today, $264,000. Just this month, the 1st through the 16th, we've done $145,661 in 15 days, 15 and a half days. You can see we're getting some returning customers. That's what happens when you have good ship times and you have good customer service, is you will get repeat customers. So we have 2 stores that we're crushing it on. As you can see, when you learn this stuff, it becomes somewhat easy. I'm confident we could go launch 10 more stores today and have a similar output. But there you go. We ain't bullshitting. These are our stores. Let me jump to a random date on this just to, make you guys happy. I heard you guys like when we refresh the page, so go ahead and refresh it. Total sales. You see this isn't photoshopped at all. Yeah, so here it is. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. So now that we got the stats out of the way, I want to paint you a little picture. And I want you to see why the dropshipping community, I don't want to say toxic, but is generating a cycle of people that don't make money and are bitter towards dropshipping. Hop in your mental time machine, rewind all the way back to 2014, probably all the way up to 2017, beginning of 2018. You could take any product, this remote, this mouse, this microphone, definitely these if they had them back then, throw it onto some mediocre store, take a picture of it, throw some mediocre ad copy on there, and you would start to see 4, 5, 6, up to 10 return on ad spend. It didn't matter what you threw at the internet, people were buying. However, now, not so much. People are still buying, but they're a lot smarter to what's really going on. So, all that means is that you have to be better. You have to be better than your competition. No more mediocre ads, no more reusing the same video that 75 other people are currently using. Your store's gotta be clean. Some of the stuff still works, the scarcity tactics and things like that. Those are just marketing tactics. A lot of this stuff still works, but you gotta be better. So, you've got a bunch of people that made money in the 2014 to 2017 bang of dropshipping that now are using those case studies of them making money to sell you guys courses, and guess what? They ain't working. There's some good value in them. Trust me, I've bought a bunch of the courses. I've used them. I've got a ton of value from them. I don't want to say that everyone that does this is full of it, because they're not. However, if you've personally bought a course and tried to replicate exactly what they did, you know for yourself, it probably didn't work too well. And the reason is this game and this industry is changing so quickly. It changes all the time. Facebook ads changes their algorithm every time I wake up from a nap. So you gotta understand the stuff that worked a year ago or 6 months ago probably isn't working as effectively, or at least the same as it was then. So you're buying case studies of things that it's not helpful. So you couple that toxic cycle of gurus preying on people with minimal budgets, selling them a dream that just wanna get into dropshipping and make money, and those people getting in, not having the necessary requirements, which is budget, the skill set needed to actually sell products on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you choose to sell products. And then those people, they try dropshipping, they fail, they fall on their face, and they typically wind up either pissed, broke, or here. So if you're one of those people, welcome. We've been there, me and both of my business partners. So I want to use the rest of this video to just talk about things that I hear all the time in the space of dropshipping and e-commerce that just isn't true, straight up bullshit or lies, or isn't gonna make you money. Because at the end of the day, that's all we really want, to make a little money. So I'm gonna get right into it. One of the things I hear all the time, and the question I get asked most frequently is, what's a good budget to get started with? I'll tell you this, it ain't $200. You really gotta think about it. Let's say you have $200, right? Shopify, 30 bucks. Domain, $12. Now we're at 42. You need at least one review app for the basic alley reviews or Luke's. It's gonna be $10. It's $52. You're left with $148 of marketing budget, assuming you don't do any other apps or there's no other additional fees. $142 left? That ain't it, Chief. That ain't gonna do it. For a week, that gives you 20 bucks. About 20 bucks. That means you could test 4 ad sets at $5 for a week. Here's the issue with that. $5 ad sets, in my experience, just aren't working. It doesn't get you the data you need to properly analyze if this product has potential or is a winner and is gonna make me money profitably. You'll be able to see if you get a sale or 2 sales or whatever it is. That's not the goal. Now, I just wanna throw this out there real quick as a side note. If you bought courses or you have mentors or you listen to people that say stuff that's different than what we say, that's totally fine. If it's working for you, run with it. We just want to see people making money. That's it. However, if you're in the boat where it's not working for you and you've listened and you've tried that stuff, hopefully we can help point you in the direction as to why that's not working and what the solution is. So $200 ain't it. Anytime people come to us asking, like our friends or people that just want to get involved in e-commerce, hey Cam, how much is enough for me to get started? I tell them personally, I wouldn't start with any less than $5,000. Now I know $5,000 seems like a lot. My partners and I today could get started for less than 500 bucks, way less than 500 bucks, because we know what we're doing. But in any business or in any industry or in any skill set that you're learning, you're gonna fail before you're good at it. You're gonna lose that 200 bucks, which is fine. It's 200 bucks at the end of the day. I know that seems like a lot of money to some people, but it's not. You're gonna make another 200 bucks, I promise you. Now I'm not saying don't eat if that's your last 200 bucks, but I'm just saying be realistic. Dropshipping, although I know looked at as this sort of get rich quick thing, is a business. It's a full business. My business partners and I work 14 to 18 hour days most days, and a lot of our stuff's automated. We have VAs, we have all that. We have a phone room that handles all of our customer service. We still grind nonstop. So in the meantime, if you don't have that money, I would suggest learning. Test at the small budgets. You'll at least get to start to see how Facebook works, how Facebook ads work, you know, what kind of stuff is sort of selling or not selling. You'll start to get an eye for good products to sell. You'll learn how to tweak your store and do little stuff like that. But I just don't want you to have the expectations that a lot of gurus sell you, that you're gonna get in this, make a ton of money real quick, and just be counting your money on the beach a year from now. So that's the budget question. Again, there's no magic answer. It's not $2,000, it's not $5,000, it's not $20,000, it's not 100. It depends how well you accumulate and absorb information and how good you are at executing that. It depends on your work ethic. It depends how good your eyes are for spotting products that are gonna sell and knowing about marketing and how to put your product in front of the right people so that they buy it. Once you get that, you can start for super low budgets. It's how much is it gonna cost you to get all that. So the next thing that drives me crazy in this industry is this winning product mentality. This idea that I'm gonna find a product, I'm gonna get it up, I'm gonna get ads running on it, and it's gonna just take me to the moon. Tomorrow I'm gonna be driving around in my Lambo, throwing money out the window. It ain't realistic. Maybe a few years ago, you find a sick product, market it the right way, you make bands. Here's what I can promise you in 2019. If you find a product that looks fire and you're like, damn, I think that's gonna sell, there's 20 other people already selling it, and that's fine. It don't matter. Get in, get your piece of the pie, make some money. That's what it's about now. Finding the products that are trending, selling well, getting in, getting some of it, and going nuts. We've run everything from health and beauty products to electronics to serums to anti-aging devices to, I mean, you name it. There's no specific one winner. You can look at the trends, you can see if it's going up, you can see if it's going down. But the reality of it is, once you have the skill set, you're gonna be able to sell anything. You just have to figure out how to sell it profitably. We got 2 more points. The next one is something that none of the gurus talk about. I don't think anyone talks about it, honestly. I didn't figure it out till later, but it's very, very real, and you'll start to see it if you use PayPal or Shopify or Stripe. You need a real payment processor. Stripe and Square and PayPal are not real payment processors. They're gonna freeze your money. They don't like drop shipping, they don't like long ship times, and they really don't like people that scale aggressively, which, you know, if you wanna do a couple sales a day for the rest of your life, fine, use those, they'll be fine. But if you wanna go like these gurus do from, you know, 0 to 100, 150,000 a month within a month, you're gonna need a real payment processor. Stripe and Square will freeze your account or put a reserve on it of at least 10%. Now, when you're dealing with margins of 25 to 30%, 10%, that's a game changer. You don't want to come off 10%. PayPal will hold your money off rip till you update the tracking number, and then they'll hit you with a limited account. We've got thousands of dollars in PayPal, Stripe, and Shopify, and we ship our products next day and have 5 to 8 day shipping. They don't like people that scale aggressively. You have to understand, it's risky for them. You come out of nowhere with some store and you scale it to, now you're doing $1,500, $2,000, $5,000 a day. They're like, what the hell is this? Let's pump the brakes. Let's look at it. Let's get the information about their supplier, their tracking numbers, all that stuff. Even if you have it, they need to feel secure in doing business with you. That's why I suggest get a real payment processor. There's usually no limits of how much money you can run as long as you're consistent and you're not spiking up or down. They'll actually allow you to fight chargebacks and you get drops every day. So it's a win-win. If you have to use Shopify or Stripe, if you don't have good credit or you can't get a payment processor in your country for whatever reason, you gotta do what you gotta do. Make it work. Just be careful with how fast you scale or how aggressively you scale. Make sure slow and steady wins the race when it comes to that. And the fourth and final point, and in my opinion, the most important, something again, not really talked about in the community, but if you wanna make money long-term in dropshipping is something you really need to understand and drive home. The reason that my business partners and I love dropshipping is not because we get cheap sales on Facebook. We don't. Very rarely are you gonna get the $2 to $5 sales that everybody's looking for. Nowadays in 2019, it falls more usually in the 15 to 30 range depending on your store, your ad, how high ticket it is. These are things you all need to consider. We love Facebook advertising because its reach of how many people we can show our ad to, of how many people we can get to buy something is insane. It's insane. One of the ads that we have running right now has 15 to 20 million views and we still get hundreds of orders a day on it, on just one ad. It's insane. It can reach so many people, so many people. So I feel like the gurus are selling you on the first quarter of dropshipping, right? So you guys get a product, you build a store around it, you get Facebook ads running, then, hopefully customers buy it and you make the difference between the product cost, your ad spend, and how much you actually sold it for. The issue with that is that the difference usually isn't gonna be too big unless it's a higher ticket item. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say I have a product that costs $40, right? I sell it for $40. It costs me $20. I'm running ads for a week, 2 weeks, and I see my cost per purchase is $20. So I'm spending $20 on ad spend to get a customer. I'm spending $20 on the product that I'm only selling for $40. After fees and stuff, I'm losing money. Most people would look at that, knowing what they know about dropshipping, and think, damn, I'm losing money. Must be a shit product. Must not be the winner. And they'd RIP it. However, once you figure out how to increase your average order value and to optimize your customers on the back end, that $20 purchase is now worth $80 or $100. You didn't give up on a product, you were able to get sales, and you figured out how to make money. This is what people don't really talk about. Sure, you'll find some videos about getting your average order value up through quantity breaks or post-purchase upsells. You might even find the occasional video about email sequences and things like that, but every case study or course that I've done or taken talked nothing about email sequences, nothing about average order value. It's really just get them to buy, get them to buy, get them to buy. And the problem with that is you're leaving most of the money on the table. So if you have a product that you think might not be a winner because it's only getting a couple sales here and there, you're on the right path. Right? If you can get sales, you just got to figure out how to get them profitably. And that's something that a lot of gurus don't talk about for whatever reason, but it's something that Offer Status 1 is huge on. A big % of your purchases should be coming on the back end with no ad spend, whether through retargeting, whether through email sequences, whether through text messages, whatever it is, your cost per purchase is going to stay the same for the most part. Let's figure out how to get the actual purchase value way up. The average customer lifetime value, way up. And then you can start to sit back and count your money. Again, we're Offer Status 1. This is just an intro video, some of our thoughts, opinions, ideas. If you have specific questions, subscribe, drop a comment below, head over to the Facebook page. Again, we're super active. We want people to win. We're gonna invest our time into you guys because we want you guys to succeed, right? And as you saw by the stats, we know what we're talking about. Done over $200,000 in the last 14 days. If you have specific videos you want, let us know. I'll try to make these every couple days, if not more frequently, depending on the questions and the demand. We wanna help. Just know it's possible to make money in this space. Dropshipping's not dead. You just gotta hustle. You gotta grind, and you gotta know what you're doing. That's the hard part. That's where you're gonna spend most of your money, is learning what to do. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, like, subscribe. We appreciate you. Let's go crush it.